Hi guys, and welcome to Tikara Presents. If it is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Listen, you see the thumbnail, we're getting into a classic today. We're gonna make some chicken and cornbread stuffing. It's really easy, but it tastes so good. If you wanna see how we make it, just stick around. Alright, so here are the ingredients we are going to need. We have two 32-ounce containers of chicken broth, 2 bags of Arnold's cornbread cubed stuffing. We have poultry seasoning, the southern style, bell seasoning, some chopped onion, celery, bell peppers, and green, yellow, red, and orange. And we have some chicken breast. You're going to get your veggies chopped up. You can always buy them chopped at the grocery store, and it'll save you so much time. This recipe is pretty easy to do, but it is a bit time consuming. So you want to get that out of the way. You can always buy them pre-chopped. Doesn't hurt anybody. It'll make it a lot easier for you. But then you're going to season up your chicken breast. Now you're going to heavily season your chicken breast because all of the flavor that's going to go into your stuffing is coming from your chicken breast. So we're going to use that Badia poultry seasoning, the southern blend, the bomb, and you're going to mix that with the bell seasoning. With the bell seasoning, is going to give you all of your classic sage and thyme and rosemary and all of those things you kind of look for say turkey or Thanksgiving, right? So then we're going to put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan just so that the seasonings don't stick or burn. You don't get too much juice from the chicken breast themselves, so just add a little bit of water, not too much, to the bottom of your pan. Cover it with foil, and you're going to bake those for about 35 minutes until they are like fall apart tender. Then we're going to go ahead and get some butter in the pan, and we're going to cook our veggies. Now you're going to cook them on slow just until they're about translucent. I'd say this is about a stick of butter. I used a tub, so about a stick. So if you want to just use 1 stick of butter, you can do that. Melt that down, throw your veggies in, and get those cooked. Alright, so just follow your girl, okay? Follow your girl. When your veggies are all done, you're going to add in a little bit more butter, right? Don't overdo it. I ended up putting too much and I took some out. So less than a tablespoon. You don't need any more than that. This is where your flavor is going to come from, okay? Between the chicken and the way we're doing this right here is where the flavor is concentrated and delicious and just yummy, right? So once your veggies are all cooked off, add a little bit more butter, and then you're going to dump in while your pan is still on low heat, right? So you want to have it on low to medium heat. You're going to add in some butter, and then you're going to add in your broth. Going to mix that up and just let that marry on the stove for a little bit. It's not going to burn. It's not going to do anything crazy. It's just going to get all of those flavors from all of those beautiful veggies in there. It's going to get all together and it's going to be delicious. So this is what we're going to use as our broth, right? But just trust me. So then after this, we're going to pull our chicken breast out of the oven, shred that down, and then we're going to put it all together. You can wait for your chicken breast to cool, and then it'll be easier. You could break it up with your hands. But if not, it should be soft enough like this right here to just smash in between 2 forks. So you don't want to miss any of that flavor around that pan. Make sure you get it all mixed up in there together, because that is where your flavor is coming from, okay? So we're going to grab you another foil pan, and we're going to dump 1 bag of the cubes in, and then you're going to start to slowly add in your chicken. So you're going to make sure you mix it well. You're going to layer it in and mix it well. Do not dump all of your cubes in at once. It will be terribly hard to stir. So trust me, little by little, add it in slowly. So layer it in. Make sure you mix it well. Layer it in. Make sure you mix it well. When you use so we have 2 of the containers of broth. We have 2 bags of the stuffing. This is the perfect amount. It is going to come out the perfect consistency, perfect texture. As you're mixing it, it might look a little bit too watery, it might look a little bit too wet. It's not. Just make sure that you're doing it slowly. So you're going to add in your veggies, your veggie broth, or your broth and veggies, whatever you want to call it. Mix that up. Make sure you mix it well. You want to get those things all evenly distributed throughout the whole entire dish. So we're going to make sure that you mix it well. Make sure all of those cubes soak up all of that beautiful, delicious broth. Make sure your chicken is evenly distributed. Your veggies are evenly distributed. It's not only going to taste wonderful, it's going to look beautiful as well. So you're going to make sure that you mix that in. Mix it in well. And then, you know, once the cubes start to soak up that broth, add a little bit more. So you layer it in. It's going to be a perfect consistency. You're going to add all of your broth in both bags, okay? With those 2 chicken breasts, mix that up very well. You're going to cover it with foil. You're going to bake it in the oven for about 40 minutes, okay? And then you're going to, well, about 30 minutes. No, 40 minutes. You're going to bake it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And then you're going to take off the foil and let it bake for an additional 10 to 15 minutes until it gets a nice brown golden crust on top. And that's it. Here it is, guys. Look at how crispy and brown and golden and delicious that looks. This recipe is the bomb, and I'm not steering you wrong. Trust me, it's so easy to follow. It comes out delicious. If you try this recipe, please come back and let me know how it turned out for you. Give this video a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again next time. Take care.